Hello, my name is Zach Whalen. I'm the chair of the Department of Communication and Digital Studies at the University of Mary Washington, and this is a video all about the spring 2026 semester and what we are offering from our department. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the advising process. I'm going to go over some new courses. I'm also going to talk about the spring 2026 courses in general, and also some things about summer of 2026. It's a long way off, but this is the time of year when we start thinking about it. So let's take a look at it. Advising, and if you've done advising before, this is a reminder. If this is your first time, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to release this video on October 20th, so that means that is the beginning of advising season, and the beginning of advising season means that you should be making a plan and meeting with your advisor and then getting ready to register. To make that plan, you should do things like watch this video. You should take a look at some of the other tools that I'll show you here to help you make your plan, and then you'll schedule a meeting with your advisor. That should happen sometime over the next 2 weeks, and your advisor will be in touch with you about how to schedule that. It might be a link on a QR code on their door, or it might be something scheduled through Canvas or some of the other tools, but keep an eye out for that email and do whatever you need to schedule that to meet with your advisor, because your advisor needs to release your advising hold, and once that's released, you will be able to register. We'll talk about those registration times in the next slide. So, registration for the spring semester is blocked out like this. It is blocked out by your number of earned hours. Your earned hours are the courses that you have already completed, so things that are in progress right now don't count towards this earned hours total. And as you can see here, the more earned hours you have, the sooner your registration is. Some people register on I have a typo on this. It is not October 33rd. It is October 30th. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's for people with certain special situations that have priority registration, like students in the honors program. But for everyone else, it starts on the Monday, November 3rd. Pretty sure that's a real date, November 3rd. And then it proceeds throughout that week in 30-hour chunks, basically. So you'll get through it, and after those are done, then it just becomes what's called the general adjustment period, where everybody can add and remove classes as they need to. But of course, it's advantageous to get into this as early as possible and to be able to grab the courses and the time slots that you need. You know, at the same time, right? I mean, we'll make sure that you get the courses that you need. You're going to be making good progress. You have a lot of good options here. So, yeah, that's what the advising is for, to help you come up with a plan and help reassure you that your plan will work or that we have a good backup plan. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other things. Thinking ahead, right, we're already, I'm going to say a bit more about the spring semester, but it's not too early to start thinking about the summer semester. So summer 2026. I've got a survey here. You can scan the QR code while I'm talking, or you can pause it if you need to. I'll add the link in the YouTube description too. But it's a pretty basic survey. It just looks like this. And I'm interested in just finding out, you know, what are your plans? Are you planning to take summer classes at all? Are you know, maybe on the fence a little bit? If you are planning to take those summer classes, let me know which session you're interested in, the first or second, May, June, or June, July. And then as you think about the courses that are offered, what delivery format would you prefer? I will go ahead and tell you most of them are going to be online asynchronous, but if there is a lot of interest in some of the other options, we might offer some more of those than we would normally do. And here are some of the courses that we have typically offered over the summer, so let us know which of these you are interested in. And if this is a course you've already taken, then just say in A, you know, not applicable, as in I've already taken it, so it doesn't matter if it is offered or not. If there are some other courses you'd like to see offered over the summer, then you can let us know here, or if you have any other just general comments or suggestions about summer courses from the department, just put those in there. Okay, so let's talk about the spring. Jumped ahead to the spring, to the summer, and now I'm going back to the spring. So in the spring, we've got the normal distribution of courses, and in our major, we have the Comm Core, we have the DGSD Core, we have a big chunk of electives, and then we have the capstone. So that's how I've broken out these. These are just meant to be summaries. There's a more detailed way that you can access these as well, but this should be, you know, pretty good as far as general information. You've got your core classes, and there's actually something new here. So we've got Comm 205, Comm 206 as usual. This is the first time we've offered Comm 340 in a spring semester. We're doing that to make it easier for people to track through the program and to get the prerequisite that they need for 341. So check that out. If that's something that would help you out, then, you know, take advantage of it. And if you are not able to get into that course in the spring, that's okay. There are definitely going to be sections of that available in the fall. So and probably the summer too. But we'll see about that. The summer schedule hasn't been determined, but certainly we will offer that in the fall. Right, and likewise 341. Right, so 341 we got 2 sections there, and we also have some DGST classes, quite a few. We've got the 4 sections of DGST 101. We've got, well, I shouldn't say we, because these are the interdisciplinary lower level DGST courses: Studio Art 104, Computer Science 106, Computer Science 110. Quite a few sections of all of those that are available for you, so check those out. Just to note a couple of things, Studio Art 104, those are 3 small sections, and they tend to fill, so if you can't get into that, that's okay. If you really need to get this requirement taken care of, plenty of good choices with Intro to Computer Science. But if that Arts 104, Studio Art 104 class is something you're particularly interested in, then yeah, you might want to wait for it. Also, I think it might have a new title. I don't remember what the new title is, but I think that the Studio Art department has changed the title of that course. So I will update this slide, I guess, if I can figure out what that is. And we have quite a few upper level DGST courses as well. So the 300 level DGST course has replaced our requirement where we used to require everyone to take Applied Digital Studies. Not anymore, just take any 300 level DGST class. You've got a lot of great options in the spring, including one new one that I'll talk about in a little bit, and then one that we haven't offered quite as frequently that I will also talk about in a little bit. So check this out. We also have some that are recurring and now kind of regular offerings in the spring. So we've got Digital Media Studio. This is the UMW Live, Are We Live class. umwlive.com. Check it out. It's an online TV show basically that is run every Tuesday evening. So looks like a lot of fun to me. I haven't taken the class, but it looks like fun. Intro to Video Production is basics in video skills in production, filming, and editing. And Media Production for Social Change is a class where you're going to work with some, the groups in the class will partner with different organizations in the community to help them create media in some way that's helpful for them. Okay, so here's where you can learn a lot about all of our courses. This is, the electives list is quite long, and so I've set up a website that helps you find these. Hopefully you have seen this before. If not, this is it. And this is linked from the Canvas course and probably a few other places too. It's a way to find out what's being offered, and it really just summarizes the courses. So pick out the spring 2026 semester and then choose any of these areas. You can click on it and it drops down into a list of all of the different sections that are offered for each of these courses that meet the requirements in the spring. So quite a few options here. And yeah, you can learn about it. And this is also really helpful for me because I don't always know what's going on with other departments. We have a lot of interdisciplinary electives available here. So that's how you can find out about them and when they are offered. We also have, of course, our capstone. We have 2 sections offered in the spring with Dr. Crosby. So check those out. I should say too, these are classes, both this one and 341. If you need these in order to graduate in the spring, make sure you let us know so that we can get you a spot in these because we want to make sure you can graduate. We will make sure you can graduate. All right, so I do want to take the last couple minutes here to talk about some classes that we are offering in the spring that are new or newish or have not been offered that frequently. So COM 353 is a class called Visual Rhetoric, and in the spring semester, Dr. Caitlin Haynell will be teaching that for us. And visual rhetoric is a study of argumentation or arguments in visual form, which can take a lot of different forms, I guess, and can use a lot of different media, from advertising to commercials and print advertising, graphic design, comics. It can go a lot of different directions. I'm not sure which directions Dr. Haynell will be taking it in, but it should be a very interesting topic. We also have Dr. Blevins, who is teaching the virtual and augmented reality class for us again. So that's always interesting and fun, especially because the technology for that changes so much and so frequently. It can be a bit of a challenge to navigate the landscape of that virtual landscape of VR and AR media. So check that one out. I've also got this one. This is a new one. So critical web design. I do a lot of web design in my classes or web stuff in my classes here and there, but this is a class that's going to be fully focused on front-end web design. I'm calling it critical web design because I'm interested in helping students develop projects that have some sort of point that they're making or some kind of idea that they're expressing. So it's not necessarily work for hire type of web design. It's just web design that is designing something you're interested in, but it'll be pretty robust. It'll be HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It does not require any skill ahead of time, but if you've had some skill, I would say if you It doesn't require any prior experience in programming or coding stuff for the web. It just requires some patience, basically, if you're new to it. It does take a little bit of getting used to, and you just have to come to the class with an open mind about getting used to it. Then DGST 201. This is the Tinkering, Hacking, and Making class. A class that we will probably be changing the name of, probably going to call it Critical Making. And this is a class taught by Shannon Hauser. Shannon Hauser will be helping students develop projects that explore the idea of making in a critical context. So it's kind of like critical web design, but critical making that might be physical kinds of things, or digital things, 3D printing kind of things that are sort of both. In the past, this has included projects like zines and mixtape style CDs, stuff like that. Pretty cool. Next up, Emily Crosby. Dr. Crosby will be teaching a class on country music culture. This is a brand new class, and you might recognize that this has a bit of a parallel structure, or not really structure, but parallel topic to Dr. Goldman's hip hop culture class that she is teaching currently this semester. So it might be a nice complementary class, but in either case, it's looking at country music as a text and the culture around country music. So it's a communication studies approach to studying country music. Should be a very interesting and timely topic. Next up, Sister Subramanian will be teaching a class on broadcast journalism. This is a class that we've been really interested in teaching for a while and have an opportunity in the spring. So if you are interested in journalism or just interested in broadcast media, consider taking this class. Professor Subramanian will be assisted by Cartlin Birch in making the broadcast parts of this work. And yeah, I mean, it's writing, reporting, compelling news stories in a broadcast medium. It's going to be great. And finally, this is a class actually offered in the history department, but I wanted to mention it because Dr. McClurkin teaches History 428 as it's a capstone for history majors, but it is also a capstone for digital studies minors, and it can also serve as an elective for common digital studies majors. So if you are not a history major, there's a good chance that you have not completed. Oh, the wind really kicked up outside. There's a good chance you have not completed all of the prerequisites for History 428, but that's okay. Dr. McClurkin has said if you are taking the class for the purpose of especially a digital studies capstone, but also a CDS elective, just get in touch with him and he will let you into the class anyway. It's a very project-based class, and there are specific projects that he has already identified that would be useful to do for this class. It is focused on creating public digital projects that serve some kind of local interest, local to UMW, local to the community, and then tries to create a resource that is helpful to that community. So that is a quick overview of what's going on in communication and digital studies. These are some notes to help you prepare for your advising meetings and get you excited about what we have coming up. If you have any questions, check with your advisor or check with me. Again, I'm Dr. Zach Whalen. I'm the chair of the Department of Communication and Digital Studies at the University of Mary Washington. And I better stop this video before my house blows down because the wind is really kicking up. Okay.